All right, Caleb, we've talked about the fight, we've talked about Canelo, but one of the things that I actually think is, separates you from everything is just like the stories that you have to tell to people about getting off the canvas of life, is just so extraordinary. I mean, I think many people would have caved to the types of things that you've had to endure in your life. How do you find the will and the resilience to deal with all that and to move forward and make yourself who you've become?
Well, I'm not the first to do that, and I'm not going to be the last. I think that, when you're in that situation and you're in that position and, things might be crumbling around you, just always remembering that, if I quit, then this is all it's ever going to be. It's never going to get any better. And, everybody hates being in a tough situation, much less having to be in it forever. So if you quit, this is what it's going to be. But if you keep on chucking, if you keep on, rolling with the punches, I guess, then, better days could be ahead. And just pride, not letting things get the best of you. I don't want to get beat, and whether that's in life, whether that's in anything, I'm a really competitive person, and just not allowing anything to conquer me and beat me, just my pride and my will to win. I don't know. It's just something that's been in me forever.
Through all of that, and you are so unbelievably competitive and proud. Through all of it, did you ever stop and say, like, I need help, like I can't do this on my own anymore and I have to lean on someone? Or has it just all been that internal fire?
I mean, I've been in a blessed situation to have some strong male figures in my life, like my father, like my grandfather, my grandmother too. But to have those strong male figures in my life, like my dad and my grandfather, who have worked so hard, and been people that I could always come and talk to, and just be reminded what I'm capable of. That's meant a lot, and not everybody has that. So I've been in a blessed situation to be able to have those people in my life.
You just gave us some words of wisdom about your own feelings, but what were the words of wisdom that you heard that really did stick with you and allow you to, keep your head above water?
Well, I can't remember, just anything specifically from my dad or my grandfather, but one, I played little league football, and I can remember Coach Bam Morris. I can remember him saying, "Do all you can do and be all you can be," and that is something that stuck with me since I was like 8 years old. It's just something I can remember him telling me. It was one time he pulled me off to the side and he told me that specifically: "Do all you can do and be all you can be," and that's something that I don't think some people realize the impact that they have on other people's lives. Coaches, you know, male figures, whatever it may be. And, when he told me that, that's just something that always stuck with me, is do all you can do and be all you can be. And, I've been trying to ride that wave since then.
Yeah, you see that. You've seen that moment. You've seen that moment that's going to be coming for you on November 6th, right? You're going to be walking into that ring with all of this before you, the highest of highs. How do you go back and stay a little grounded when you're in that moment?
What do you mean?
How do you kind of stay true to Caleb Plant and not get overwhelmed by the bright lights and all of the applause and all of the acclaim that these people weren't with you when you were there on the field with Coach Morris, and you've got to stay true to yourself and not get overwhelmed by
Yeah.
the lights, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. Well, one thing I always try to remind myself is that, if you created the moment, then the moment can't be bigger than you.
Mhm.
There's no way the moment can be bigger than you if you're the one who helped create it. And that's something that I always try to tell myself or remind myself in those big moments. Caleb, you helped create this moment, so how could this moment be bigger than you? And I don't know. Some people are just wired differently, or go through certain things in life that prepare them for big moments like that, high pressure situations. And I've always felt like I perform best under the lights. Some people, they get in the gym and they do well in sparring, and then the lights come on and they're in front of everybody and they shell up. But me, I feel like under the brightest lights and in the biggest moments, that's when I really stepped up to the plate and done what I needed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at it, I know, knowing you a little bit, I think that you feel as if like you need to win the Canelo Alvarez fight for, to have your moment. But honestly, like I think like the greatness of Caleb Plant has already been achieved. Um, will you ever take satisfaction in that? I mean, can you ever take satisfaction in just where you are right now in this moment?
I mean, it's good, but you know, yesterday's victories don't count anymore.
Yeah.
And you know, I keep saying this. I said in an interview this morning, but it's like, and I said in so many interviews leading up to this fight that becoming a world champion was a goal, but it wasn't the goal, and I'm going to keep saying it. And the goal was to be one of the greatest of all time. And you know, November 6th is a huge step in that direction, where I plant my flag and let the world know that I'm the best super middleweight walking God's green earth. So you know, I'm I'm excited for November 6th, and I just can't wait to show the world, you know, who I really am.
Tell me about these experiences and how they will help you win the fight on November 6th, everything that you've been through.
You know, I think boxing is a big test of character, you know, who we really are. And, you know, I think, you know, even in a loss, you know, I think Deontay Wilder showed that here recently, that he's willing to go as far as he needs to go to get the job done, or maybe you still come up short, but, you know, it was a real, you know, it showed his character right there. And, you know, I've had plenty of times to bow out. I've had plenty of times to quit. And people would have said, hey, well, you know, this happened to him, that happened to him. It's reasonable. You know, people would have understood, but that's just not how I'm wired. That's not how I am. I don't believe in that. And November 6th, there's not going to be any quit in me. And until the final bell, or even if it happens before that, you guys are going to see that, you know, they're going to see who the man that I am.
Have you been able to sometimes you need to envision everything that's going to happen in the ring. Do you do that? And have you envisioned what the moment would be like, you know, defeating Canelo Alvarez and saying what you want to say up there after all this?
Yeah, I mean, I've envisioned, I've ran through the fight, and but you know, it's different when it's in the moment. I mean, I can do it 100 times now, and but words probably won't be able to describe, you know, what that moment will feel like, or, you know, even what I might say. You know, I can plan for it, but sometimes, you know, a moment like that is so big that, you know, you can't control yourself.
Last question? I think I got to go. But what word best defines you right now? Determined. You know,
Determined.
is it?
Determined.
You're locked in on this moment.
I'm locked in.
Great, Caleb. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.